What's up, beautiful humans, and welcome to Kure Beach, North Carolina. Alright guys, we are starting out at Merritt's Burger House, which has been here for decades upon decades, and Jean and Judy are in the kitchen, as always, and Sweet Ann has taken our order, and they have something special here that only the Martin family gets, and it's a pickle burger, which is just a cheeseburger with mustard and basically an entire pickle cut up on it, fries, barbecue, fish plates, things like that. So we are doing that, and of course they have Sundrop here, so I had to get one if you know anything about me. So we're waiting for our order, and we're gonna have some lunch. And there's the lovely Miss Ann bringing us our delicious food, and it is to go because COVID. Okay, so like I said, pickle burger. And this is a single patty with mustard and cheese and an entire pickle. I'll show it to you when I open it. I also got fries, they have crinkle cut, and I got hush puppies, and of course, I had to because I'm in North Carolina at the beach. This associates that with my brain and my heart, so I had to get it. And I'm very hungry, so I'm gonna dig in. So Merritt's has some of the best hush puppies, I think. So good, so crispy. Absolutely delicious. Doesn't need anything. Would I hate honey butter on this? Absolutely not. Does it need it? No. So good. So I truly meant it when they give me an entire pickle. It's mostly pickle, and it's got a little smash burger on it, cheese, mustard, super simple, and it's perfect because this is how many pickles you should get when you say extra pickles. Down at Fort Fisher is the North Carolina Aquarium, and we are headed here because this is one of my favorite aquariums because they have such fun things and such cool exhibits, but they also have 4 new otters, so we're gonna check those out too. And it is $12.95 for adults and $11.95 for seniors, and I think kids also get a discount, but I'm not exactly sure. They are doing timed reservations, so make sure to do that online. Pre-buy your tickets if you're coming and schedule your time slot, and you are good to go. Here to the aquarium is they actually have an albino alligator. We're in North Carolina, so alligators are prevalent, but this one is an albino. So he's sitting under his heat lamp and just hanging out. Look at that. So this part of the museum is actually talking about sea turtles because we are on the beach, and sea turtles do come up to Wilmington coast and they lay their eggs. So this is obviously kind of how to help them. So when you are done building your sandcastles, obviously that's so fun, but fill the holes back in and whatnot because they can get stuck and they can get, you know, trapped in the hole, and it's not very nice. And so all that, and then it explains how fishing net, fishing wire, everything like that can get caught up and it's a threat to them, and then obviously trash and pollution and plastics and balloons, because what comes up must come down. So you are required to wear a mask in here, but it's not really busy. It's a Friday afternoon, and we've been kind of spaced out like a lot. So it's 2 stories. We're going to go downstairs now and check out what they've got here, because this aquarium that you just saw is actually 2 stories, so you can see kind of the layers and everything like that. And they have more exhibits downstairs and outside, so we're gonna go do that. So pre-COVID, this actually was it's a domed window, and you can actually sit inside of it. They put plexiglass on top. so they don't have to constantly be cleaning this. But it is such a cool, you kind of can almost tell when you stand here the view that you would get if you sat inside of it. It goes pretty far in, but you're just in with the fish. So this is a lobster, but you can tell that this is a southern ocean lobster, or I don't know how to call it. Florida, it's normally just called a Florida lobster because they don't have the big claws in the front instead of the, like you would see like a red lobster up in Maine or something like that. They just have the, basically spider legs. They're disgusting spider creatures for the ocean. Without COVID, they usually have a place that's open, but obviously it's closed because of COVID. But the kids can come here and play, and we're actually on the outside exhibit now. I'm going to pan this way and show you. These are actually the wetlands, the natural wetlands, so there's obviously a lot of bird life and things like that within here. So we're going to check that out in these beautiful wooden pathways. We're just gonna, and they have some enclosures in here to see particular things, but it's just a lot of natural things that they have just put these wooden paths through to preserve it. Outside, this is Maverick, and he is here in an open enclosure because he actually can't fly, unfortunately. He's looking straight at you. Yeah. But he was hit by a car, and that's why he's here, but he's never been able to fly. So he's just hanging out here and gracing us with his gorgeous presence. Look at that. He likes fish, chicken, and mice, says the sign. Look at him. He's so beautiful. Well, I think that does it for us here at the aquarium. We went through everything. We saw all the beautiful creatures and animals and this lovely outside wetlands area, and I think it's a great price. They do have some things that are kind of off limits at the moment for touch points and things like that, but the touch pool is still available. I think it's a great place for the kiddos to just come outside, see some nature, and enjoy. But it is a great time, and it's beautiful, and it's a great day outside. So we're actually going to head down to a little bit further back into Kure Beach, because my favorite place in the world is actually in Kure Beach, and I wanted to show it to you guys because I love it. So we're gonna go hang out there, and I'm gonna show you what it's all about. So it has actually been a hot minute since I have even touched the sand or the ocean. So I'm at my favorite beach. I'm walking on shells, and it's cold. It's January, but I'm gonna go put my feet in the sand and do it because why not? So fun fact about Fort Fisher, we're on the beach, but this actually used to be a Civil War battery. So that is why these pylon basically things are here. They are blockades for ships coming in and troops coming in like that, but this is actually a very popular photo spot to take photos for your wedding. And you can kind of, they have stepping stone kind of, so you can just walk on them. And it's a trek to get out to the actual point, but I will go out there and show you guys what it looks like. It's beautiful. So I've taken my mask down because there's literally nobody around me, you can tell. I just passed a lovely older couple. They had corgis, super cute. But this is my favorite place on earth. Not because of its beauty, not because of its uniqueness, but because it reminds me so much of just being able to go with the wind, go with the flow, and to bend instead of break. So this is Fort Fisher and the trees. They used to have people get married here. If you watch One Tree Hill, Nathan and Haley got married here as well. But these trees are centuries old, hundreds and hundreds of years old. They have actually, I will show you more, but they have started to grow away from the ocean. The ocean is here. And so the wind that comes off the ocean has actually pushed them to grow that way instead of breaking and instead of being kind of torn into this thing. We are on the coast, the North Carolina coast, so hurricanes are very prevalent, and they have learned to adapt to that over hundreds of years. And they are also beautiful trees. So it's fun to just get a picnic blanket, sit here, and enjoy. As you can see, the trees have started to grow this way, and they are just beautiful. Kure Beach has a ton of rocks because, well, Kure Beach Fort Fisher area has a ton of rocks because, again, it was that Civil War kind of area. So they used these as blockades, obviously, and they actually built permanent ones down there. But just keep that in mind and stay off the rocks. It is really dangerous, and you could slip and fall into a hole, or you can hurt yourself, obviously, and slip and hit your head, which is not good. But there are access points throughout the area to get down to the beach. This beach is actually not very swimmable because it has a lot of rip currents, undertows, things like that, because of just it's on the point basically of Wilmington, on the lower southern point. So it has a lot of rip currents, a lot of things that are pretty dangerous. So just keep that in mind. But man, is it beautiful or what? And it's so peaceful out here. I think I'm one of 5, 6 people that I can see, and it is obviously a Friday night. So normally during the summer this is pretty packed. Not that much because, again, this is not a really swimmable beach. But people come down here, and you can have dogs in the off season. So it's pretty great, pretty peaceful, and again, just beautiful. And you can see as you walk along this, there's a paved path right here. You can see kind of remnants of the fort. There's some right here, and there's a fence right here. So downtown Kure Beach basically is just this little strip, but we have the Kure Beach Pier, and then when you come over here just a little bit, we have Freddie's restaurant since 1995. So I ordered a pork chop smothered in peaches and pecans with like a bourbon-y type sauce. It is absolutely delicious. I already cut into it. Oh my goodness, so good. And then it came with a side of fettuccine alfredo. And our lovely waiter is actually getting me a side of pecans to go because they are so good. Mom and Vicky had actually ordered their tiramisu. No! Look at that. Alright guys, we are actually back home. I'm staying with family, so I'm back at the house, but what a day. I'm so glad to be back here in Wilmington. I'm so glad to be able to show you Kure Beach, Fort Fisher area. It's one of my most favorite places in the world because it's absolutely amazing. So, lunch was spectacular at Merritt's, obviously, of course. It's a tradition. We're starting to actually rain. It's going to rain through the night, but we are doing something really big tomorrow, which you'll see on Thursday. Today's Tuesday that you're seeing this video, and you'll see something on Thursday, and then next week as well. We'll continue this series in Wilmington, and tomorrow as in filming, we're going to Carolina Beach, and we're doing some Carolina Beach stuff, and then we are going to have some great food continue this weekend. And Freddie's was absolutely amazing. If you are in the Wilmington area, in the Kure Beach area, make a reservation. They are doing call ahead seating, so go ahead and do that. I called about a week in advance knowing I would come, but just kind of play with it and make sure you get there. We had Mark as a server. He was great, so much fun. The food was delicious. Of course, I have leftovers, so we are going to be eating that for a while. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you really enjoy this series. I'm loving being out in the world again in a very safe and responsible way. So thank you guys so much for joining me. If you enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and turn on that bell notification so you're notified every single time I post a video, which is every Tuesday and Thursday. And until next time guys, be beautiful humans. Bye.